American singer Lizzo has quit the music industry after claiming derogatory remarks had taken a toll. The 35-year-old won the Record of the Year Grammy in 2023 for her hit song About Damn Time. She also received criticism after 3 former backup dancers filed a lawsuit against her over allegations of sexual harassment, racial discrimination, and creating a hostile work environment.
So Lizzo decided to quit the internet, social media in her musical career, and nobody seems to actually care. I mean, I think we can all agree that Lizzo was no longer famous for playing the flute. Life goes on. I love that this lack of accountability, oh my god, I'm such a victim because the persona and the brand that I put out there, or I listen to my team and allow them to create, is now backfiring on me, and oh my god, poor me, poor me, poor me. Now, the person that decided to check Lizzo is kind of the pot calling the kettle black. And no pun intended. Azealia Banks.
Hey, I can be the answer.
And I might say she's quite a talented artist. I love Azealia Banks' music, but like Lizzo, Azealia Banks fell down the rabbit hole of allowing her toxicity, her problematic behavior, her real life drama, celebrity drama, and her big fat mouth become the focal point of her career instead of her amazing talent. But again, unfortunately, her immaturity took over, and that's now what Azealia Banks is famous for. So Azealia Banks calling out Lizzo is kind of funny, but maybe she's calling out Lizzo based on experience. Azealia Banks put out a tweet or an Instagram post basically saying like, girl, you can't sit there and cry tattoo tears now because you're saying that everybody is making your weight or what you eat or being fat or whatever a focal point of your career, where you made that the focal point of your career. You put your handle is Lizzo Eats, but you don't want people to talk about when you eat. Goodbye. I remember when Lizzo first hit the scene, nobody was really like, there was like sort of a glance at the fact that, wow, like a bigger girl is this talented and she's getting her flowers and a praise and a spotlight. Let's congratulate her. But it really was more focused on her rise to fame as a musical talent, as having her kind of niche of, you know, playing the flute and doing sort of pop and R&B, or more like pop. That was the focal point. It wasn't until later, or very quickly later, soon after, that they made it about her weight, and they made it about the fat positivity movement, because I think at the time that was the big thing. That was the big thing to jump on. Even people who weren't fat was jumping on the fat acceptance movement, and she made that the focal point of her career. She shook her big fat ass in front of all of our faces and then bitched about it when we talked about her big fat ass. She did this to herself. Anywho, I don't really want to make this a long story because it doesn't have to be long. She's quitting anyway, so, you know, out of sight, out of mind. I don't think she's really quitting. I think this is the boy calls wolf. I think she's looking for sympathy points. Update, Lizzo is already back on the internet crying about, you know, being bullied and fat phobia again. But I also think there is something to say that the fat positivity movement, or the trend of that, is sort of dying. I think a lot of brands and platforms are kind of like moving away from that. You know, when like, you know, the runway was putting fat models on, like Tess Holliday, and Tess Holliday has even come out and said that her modeling prospects and the jobs have dried up. Like, no one's calling Tess Holliday. No one's like, pick up the phone, we want to hire you to rock or stomp down the runway. So I think the trend is shifting, and I think a lot of people who really relied on that to sort of boost their visibility is now feeling that. And when you can't just, you know, shake your fat ass and then cry fat phobia when people are like, ugh, that's no longer working for you. And now because you made that the focal point of your career instead of your music, no one's calling for you or checking for you. I mean, Lizzo is still famous and she's still talented and she still has more money than most people, but I do think that because she used her away as a gimmick, and you know, let's be frank, the flute, I think that her star is not going to shine all that long unless she pivots. She can pivot, she can go back to making music, or she could become an actor or whatever. But I think this wave of like, you're famous just because you're fat and you can't be, no one can criticize you just because you're a bigger girl, is kind of ending. It hasn't ended yet, but it's ending, especially with Ozempic making his rounds. I think is ending, and I think we're going back, and we never really left it, but we're going back to people being honest and saying like, no, I don't like my thighs chafing all the way down to my knees 24/7. It doesn't feel good. Anyway guys, let me know what you guys think about Anyway guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Did you care that Lizzo was leaving, and did you even notice she was gone? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the description box below, and also in the comment section. You can super thanks, and you guys have an amazing freaking day. Bye!
Yo, I heard you riding with the same dog.